This video was sponsored by EA Game Changers. So, the Battlefield 5 beta is now officially over. It's a good moment to summarize some things. What was good, what was bad, what was bugged, how it was bugged, and so on. And also, obviously, what were the fun ways to play. And that's what I'm going to talk about today. If you expect the typical stuff like some kill streaks with STG-44 or something, then past this clip, bad luck. It's not going to be here. Prepare for some a bit more unconventional plays and playstyles. To kick things off, at number 5 I've put destroying tanks by shooting anti-tank mines. I mean, it's not the most original of approaches, that's for sure, but it certainly benefits from a bit of an element of surprise. I mean, here's the thing. Even if a tanker sees you, and that's not exactly a given, he probably will not expect something else than explosives. So if he dies, he would expect, like, okay, fair enough, I'll die to dynamite or something. But then he sees that he got killed by a rifle and he's wondering what's going on, and the reaction that often follows is usually the best part. And on top of that, in the beta, it wasn't exactly difficult to get close to the tanks because the turn rate of their turret was just poor, not to mention tanks that did not even have a turning gun. At number 4, there's Flying Without HUD. Let's get one thing out of the way first. If you're gunning for like really good score or something like that, you probably don't want to do that because it's just going to get in your way and you're probably going to get a bit frustrated. But otherwise, if you want to see some really good sides, something that just simply looks real damn good, then that's probably a very good bet. If I had to pinpoint the reasons why I really liked the no HUD flying so much, then there's a couple of reasons that kind of blend together. First of all, the amount of detail in the cockpits of those planes is just amazing. It really looks and feels like the cockpit of a World War II plane. The other reason is that both the gunfire and especially the visual effects of damage, they just look better than they did in previous battlefields, especially smoke and fire. In previous battlefields, fire often would kind of look a bit like an orange, slightly red blob, but this time it actually looks like fire and behaves like fire. Also, let's not forget that Narvik is a really good looking map, especially the fjord part, which you don't really get to see well when you're playing as infantry. At number 3, I have decided to put the M30 drilling shotgun. Here's the great thing about this weapon. It combines the double-barrel 12-gauge shotgun, like M1900 from Battlefield 1, with a rifle. Okay, a single-shot rifle, but still fairly powerful weapon for Battlefield 5 beta standards. With the right amount of skill, this shotgun can be great pretty much on any range. In close combat, you can one-hit kill anyone with the buckshot, although you have to obviously be careful to not get overwhelmed. On mid-range, you can aim for the body and do about 70 damage and then perhaps kill the enemy off with the buckshot, or you can aim for the head and insta-kill the target. And by the way, that insta-kill on headshot with the rifle shot, it happens on any range. And considering the very good velocity of the rifle shot and barely any bullet drop, that's something you really might be interested in. Well, obviously the iron sights will limit you a little bit. You still can actually get the headshots from over 100 meters fairly reliably if your aim is good enough. At number 2, I have decided to place grenade trick plays, something new to Battlefield franchise. There are 2 types of them. The first one, and in my opinion the most enjoyable one, is something I call the grenade skid shooting. So here's how it works. You need 2 things. First of all, a frag grenade. Secondly, ideally a shotgun. So what you do is, first you throw a frag grenade and then, before it blows up, you shoot it. Even a single pellet will blow the frag up. making it kind of an impromptu impact grenade if you're good enough with it. Although, obviously you can use it in a bit of a panic mode too. This is my favorite use of that tactic. If I threw a grenade normally, that guy probably would have survived. However, as I shot the grenade just as it entered the window, he had no time to run away and he got killed instantly. The same thing is about to happen to two guys in this building, and keep in mind that I wasn't even aware of the second one. If I threw the grenade normally, they would have run away. That kind of kill is extremely satisfying. And here's a bit of a bonus. Killing the enemy with a grenade you just threw away. Obviously, you need to be lucky. I only got one kill like this in the entire beta, but if you get it, that's really going to get into enemy's head. That's going to get him frustrated big time, and you should aim for it. Now, my favorite activity in Battlefield 5 beta was shooting planes down with a Panzerfaust. Why? Because it's extremely difficult. But if you happen to get it, it's an instant highlight reel shot. I think that what makes hitting a plane with a Panzerfaust so good is the anticipation. For example, on this clip, from the moment when I shot to the moment when the rocket actually hit that Blenheim, good couple of seconds have passed. While you wait for the rocket to reach the plane, you wonder if you just predicted the flight path right, the lead right, and at the same time you still know that you have to be extremely lucky to actually get the hit because the plane, for example, can turn. And once it turns out that you actually hit, you're, I would say, equal parts surprised and relieved. And at the same time aware how extremely difficult the thing you just did was. And I would say that this is what makes the experience like that really special. Combine that with a big blast in the sky and you have that elusive only in Battlefield moment. So, this is it for this video. Feel free to leave your favorite experiences from Battlefield 5 beta in the comments. Also, if you want, say what you thought about this list. So, hopefully, see you in the next video.